Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
What is your name?
My name is Tijaha Richardson.
What is your hometown?
My hometown is Pearl, Mississippi.
What talents do you have?
Talents that I have are drawing, dancing, making jewelry, writing, poetry. I just do various types of writing as well. Editing, that's actually one of my hobbies, but I picked up that talent very easily. Yeah, that's the only ones I can really think of. I have a lot of talents, but I can't really name them too much off the bat.
Do you have any favorite salty or sweet snacks?
Well, my favorite salty snacks are Doritos, Lay's chips. I eat the sour cream kind. I also like Ruffles chips, the sour cream and it's cheddar and sour cream actually. And my favorite sweet snacks are actually Kit Kats, Snickers, and Twix. Twix is number one for me though.
What do you like to do to help yourself relax?
The things I like to do to help myself relax is pretty much what I'm doing right now, like walking. I also like to meditate outside. I'm very peaceful when it comes around nature. I also write or I draw as well. So those are things I do to help myself relax.
How do you communicate and bond with God?
The way that I communicate and bond with God is actually I meditate first for however long. Usually it'd be probably 45 minutes to an hour. I really don't time myself when it comes to meditation. And I usually write in my diary. I actually have a journal that's really addressed to Him for me to be able to talk to Him in. And then I just speak to Him normally like I'm doing right now.
How did you first get into K-pop music?
I actually got into K-pop music whenever I was younger, around 2008, 2009. I ended up being interested in it due to the fact that I was just curious of how music sounded from all around the world, even in Asian countries, Hispanic countries, it doesn't matter which country. I'm just interested in music in general. So I decided to get into it as soon as I discovered J-pop first. I actually discovered Japanese pop music first. Then I ended up exploring other different genres and countries, and I ended up running up on K-pop and been a fan of it ever since.
What K-pop groups do you like?
The K-pop groups that I like are GOT7. Shinee was actually my very first one. 17, BTS, as well as Everglow, Girls' Generation, and Card. Those are the ones I like.
Do you like to read any books?
Yes, I do. I love to read a whole lot, to be honest. I'm a bookworm.
What things would you like to do before you die?
The things that I would like to do before I die, especially the number one thing on my list, is traveling.
What are your favorite movies?
One of my favorite movies is Django, that's directed by Quentin Tarantino. I also love Kill Bill as well. Ruby Bridges was actually one of the movies that I liked, especially when I was little. I also enjoyed watching the Greta Claiborne story. That was actually one of the movies I watched when I was little as well. Whenever I like movies, it usually connects right back to my childhood, or it's more recent. My more recent movie that I really do like to watch is Hidden Figures.
What sparked your passion about editing and filming?
What really sparked my passion about editing and filming is actually a class that I took when I was in high school. I was a sophomore. I was 16 years old, and I took a digital media class, and it was actually categorized under VOTEC. So I took a digital media class, learned about the different programs that they had under Adobe, like Dreamweaver, Photoshop, Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro was my very first program that I ever used for editing. And it sparked my interest in that. And then with me getting into like movies and filming and stuff like that, I got into that at a pretty young age because every single movie that we have in our house, I always watch the special features, and I love seeing how it comes together. So that's what really sparked it for me.
What is your favorite season or seasons?
My favorite seasons are winter and fall. They're cool. There are no bugs around trying to attack you.
Do you have any favorite sports?
One of my favorite sports is soccer. Soccer is number one for me. And then tennis, because I used to watch Venus and Serena play tennis with my mom when I was younger.
Are you more of a night person or a day person?
I'm definitely a night person, 100%. I'm like an owl. My mom calls me a night hawk, but I categorize myself to be an owl since I have a lot of wisdom in me, mainly because of God passing it down through my parents and then me just utilizing it and soaking it up. So I'm more of a night person.
What do you like to do to help you fall asleep?
I mentioned before meditation, that definitely knocks me out. And then I listen to meditation music that's very peaceful. Most of the time it's like Christian meditation music, or just in general. Classical music and jazz music definitely helps me fall asleep. I also listen to like hip hop jazz too. That's very soothing as well.
How long have you had your natural hair?
Ooh, I've had my natural hair for a while actually. I went natural when I was in high school. I would say at least around like 10th grade. So I have been natural since that grade up until now. I'm 23 years old. So yeah, I've been natural for a while.
Why did you start your nonprofit organization corporation?
The reason why I started my nonprofit organization corporation is because I wanted to, one, connect with others, and then two, I wanted to learn how to dance as well. I really wanted to utilize my gift of dancing because that's actually one of the talents and joys that I love diving into, and I actually went into dancing probably like early in my college years. Whenever I was like a sophomore in college, I was going to Hines Community College at the time, and I used dance as a way to keep myself healthy. Just set on the goal to helping myself just stay healthy, up my game when it comes to dancing in general, just strengthening it. And by me starting my nonprofit organization, I am very happy to say that I have grown so much as a leader, and I have met many incredible people that shared my love for music, no matter the language. Language barriers don't faze me at all, as long as I know the message behind it, because you can look it up and translate the lyrics on YouTube. They have very positive messages, uplifting messages overall, and I just loved it, and I love helping people, and I want to help the next generation to feel like they're included and not excluded because they're interested in different types of music and different types of just dancing and genres. So
What cartoon shows did you watch as a child?
I would say Kim Possible, Fairly Odd Parents, and also, this wasn't within my time though, I would say Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. Those questions for sure.
As a 2020 college graduate, what was your major and minor?
I majored at the University of Southern Miss. I majored in media production, which is underneath entertainment industry, and my minor was Black Studies.
Do you express yourself through fashion?
Yes, I do. I really do. I love fashion. I've been loving it ever since. My friends, my friends always ask me whenever I went to like high school, why do I always dress up? And I'm like, because I feel like it. But yeah, I just love fashion in general.
What instruments do you play?
I play the clarinet. I play a little bit of the piano because I learn by ear. I can also read the music because the clarinet and the piano's music is actually the same. And then I'm teaching myself how to play violin and I taught myself how to play the guitar. So,
Why are you so passionate about giving back to others?
the reason why I'm passionate about giving back to others is mainly because of my parents' influence. I started giving back to others at the age of 12. And during that time, my dad was a pastor over our church. We literally had church in our home. And I still have that t-shirt to this day. And I was over the praise dance team. And we actually went to Jackson and we did some volunteer work over at Mississippi Food Network. And I ended up finding out that the boxes that we packed with food, it actually went to another country. I can't remember what country it went to, but during that time, the country went through a severe time of like famine and just all types of things. Like the houses were torn down because of the tsunami, things like that. And we found out that the boxes that we packed actually went to that country. That's what really sparked me and got me into philanthropy and just giving back to people in general, because I'm not in it for just recognition. I just love helping out people in general to make them smile, because I come from a background that we didn't have much. So
What challenging activity would you like to learn how to do if someone could teach you for free?
swimming. I know that for sure was expensive. Oh yeah, also ballet, but I tried that before and my legs were killing me. So, but those two things I would definitely do.
Why did you join the band when you were in junior high and high school?
The reason why I joined the band is because one, I just wanted to learn how to play an instrument, and two, I wanted to connect to other students that was like me and my friends. So I gained a lot of people and a lot of connections through band, and we also had a lot of common interests, and that was like a pretty much a safe place for me to just be myself in general, is just be goofy and just let loose and have fun. So yeah.
When was the first time you started filming?
First time I actually started filming, that was actually a while ago. I believe I was around the age of, it was like 15, 16. I remember my dad actually found one piece of like a recording of me like trying to, I believe I was trying to start a YouTube channel at the time, but I didn't have the equipment that I have right now to be able to continue it, so I just stopped. But that's why I really got into it. And then I used to watch my mom do graphic design work whenever she was going to school during that time. So that's how I jumped into it. So
What is your favorite flower?
even though I don't like the color yellow, some flowers they were born that way to have yellow on it. And I just love the way it pops off of it, and it's just beautiful to me. So that's my favorite flower, sunflowers.
What is your favorite beverage?
My favorite beverage is Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper. I always say whenever I have Dr. Pepper that I need my 23 flavors. And I just love Coca-Cola in general. To be honest, my bedroom is actually Coca-Cola themed.
If you were not pursuing to become a producer-director, what career would you have pursued?
The career that I would have pursued, I would actually be an astronomer, because I love studying about stars and planets. So
What nicknames did your family give you?
my mom, first of all, she gave me Tai Tai. And my uncle slash cousin, gave me Taj Mahal. And that's pretty much about it.
What is your favorite fruit?
My favorite fruit, I would say, would be pears. I love pears.
If you were to get married, where would you have your wedding?
On a beach. I would definitely have it on the beach.
What are your other favorite music artists outside of K-pop music?
My favorite music artists are Tori Kelly, India Arie, TLC. I'm kind of like an old school kind of throwback kind of person. Monica, Alicia Keys. Listened to a little bit of NSYNC when I was real young. And I would also say Keisha Cole as well. So yeah, those artists.
What cities in America have you traveled to?
The cities that I've traveled to that I can remember right off the top of my head is Birmingham, Alabama, Orlando, Florida. Um, we went to Canton, Georgia. It's like 5 minutes away from Atlanta. And I've also been to Indianapolis, St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah.
What place do you go in order to escape reality?
Honestly, go outside, especially. I escape reality that way. And I also escape into my imagination when I read books. So, yeah.
Who are your favorite YouTubers?
My favorite YouTubers that I have is Rakaya Wright, Kenny JD. Um, I also like Malia and Jay. I like gaming as well, so I do like Cub Scouts. I watch him a whole lot. I watch a whole lot of YouTubers. I really do. I probably have to read you off my list in another video. So, the YouTubers I can get off the top of my head, especially.
What are your favorite songs by some of the music artists you listen to?
I can name a few of them. India Arie, I love the song that she did, The Truth. I believe that's what it's called. It's about like marriage with a man and just appreciating him. I also like Keisha Cole's, one of my favorite Keisha Cole songs is Heaven Sent. I love that song. I put it on repeat. And I would say one of my other favorite artists that I listen to, oh yeah, now she's not in America, but her name is Shakira. Hips Don't Lie, yeah, I played that on repeat too, so yeah.
Are you a bookworm?
Yes, I am, 100%. I have so many books in an app that I read off of. It's called Wattpad. I read a whole lot of books.
What is your favorite decade of time?
90s, 100%. I love the style. Love it. Love the television shows. Love everything about it.
What types of comments do you receive when someone meets you for the first time?
Oh my God, I thought you were mean. I've received that so many times because I have like I have like a straight face. I always have a straight face whenever I'm walking around or alone by myself. People automatically think that I'm mean, but if you get to know me, I'm actually the sweetest person you ever know.
What endearing nicknames do your friends call you?
One endearing nickname that I've gotten from one of my best friends is actually just a short version, Taj. She loves calling me that. Also, usually some of them they use like my nicknames that I told them that I have been called. So, yeah, that was one of them that really came to my mind. That's really endearing. That one of my cousins called me.
What are your favorite sporty brands of clothes?
Adidas, Reebok, and how do they usually say this word? My mom, she call it Felines, but I think it's Fila. Those three. My number one is Reebok, though. 100%.
What app do you use the most on your phone?
YouTube, 100%.
Do you have any favorite quotes?
One of the favorite quotes that I've gotten, it's probably not going to be too spot on, but we are the music makers, we are the dreamers of dreams. That's one quote that I really like.
What is your favorite word?
Believe.
What was one of the weirdest things you did as a child?
Oh, I actually did this off of dare. My little sister actually dared me to eat a raw piece of bacon, and I did.
What was one thing you did as a child that you got in trouble for?
Oh my God, I remember this as clear as day. Whenever my mom came home, she caught me playing with the heater, and she said, "Stay away from that fire." I think she got me that day, to be honest, because I was playing with the heater, and I shouldn't have been touching it.
Thrift shopping or going to the mall?
Thrift shop.
What is your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday, I would say Christmas because I love all the lights and it's colorful and it's just so pretty. I love it.
Who are your favorite movie directors, writers, producers, etc.?
Like Lena Waithe. She has really good stuff. I know she's an American screenwriter. My favorite director, I would say Quentin Tarantino. He's one of my favorites. I love his movies. It's awesome. I also like. She actually directed one of the Disney movie in general. She directed that.
Opera, ballet, or both?
Ballet,
Radio or CD player?
radio.
Have you ever been to a museum?
Yes, I've actually have.
What were your favorite shows on PBS as a kid?
My favorite shows on PBS were, I know Sagwa the Siamese Cat. That was definitely one of them. I used to watch that on repeat. I also watched Teletubbies. I also watched Zaboomafoo. I think that's how you pronounce it. Um, I know that the people that did Wild Kratts, like what we have today, they actually had that show back then before Wild Kratts. Um, I also watched Arthur. I love Arthur. And I also watched Between the Lions and Reading Rainbow. So those shows I definitely watch.
Are you part of any groups that help you grow as a filmmaker?
Yes, I'm actually a part of one. Is actually at my church. We have a production team. I go to the Word of Life Church, helping me grow a lot in different areas of production.
What is the title of the first documentary that you filmed, produced, and directed on your own?
The title of my first documentary is The Silence in the Mississippi Delta, Hawkins versus Town of Shaw.
When is your birthday?
My birthday is January 13th.
Do you have any allergies?
Yes, I do. I really do.
Why did you decide to start your own YouTube channel?
It's because God actually called me to do this. He said that He wanted me to inspire people and just pass on what I've learned throughout my years of living on this earth and just share my talents with the world. So that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Did you ever see yourself in the future becoming an entrepreneur?
Honestly, I did. Whenever I was younger, especially whenever I was 16, because at first I wanted to be the editor of my own magazine. So yeah, I ended up seeing potential in me becoming my own boss.
What subject in school was and still is your strong suit?
English.
Are you athletic?
Yes, I am. I am.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Are you flexible?
A little bit. I can do it like a back bend.
What are some weird, unique physical characteristics you have?
I can do, I don't know why, but I can lock up my fingers in a weird way, and like you can feel my bone. So that's a weird thing that I ended up picking up. Also, whenever I squeeze my hands, I can crack my bones, make a sound with it.
Do you like dressing up, dressing down, or both?
Both.
If you were to attend Hogwarts, what houses do you believe you would fit in?
I would fit in Gryffindor or Ravenclaw.
What do people say they like about you the most?
People have told me that they love the fact that I have a heart of gold. I'm very kind and considerate, and I just love helping others. So that's the most thing that I've heard from people.
What was the last book you read?
The last book I actually read is God Owns My Business.
Are there any last comments or words you would like to say to the people watching the video?
To all the viewers out there, I hope that you all got the chance to be able to get to know me. And please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you all in the next video. And I can't wait to be able to start out this journey of doing YouTube with you guys.